Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the unboxing and have a first look at the Samsung Galaxy M31, which is a mid-range Android smartphone, and this will be the replacement for the M30s. And guys, if you recall, the M30s had that massive 6000 mAh battery. This one also has the same, and as you can see, nothing on this back over here, but this one I think so is focusing a lot on the camera. It has a quad camera setup at the back, so let's look at it. And this is the SIM ejector tool, and the box actually looks to be empty, so no case that is there. So just some booklets and warranty card that you get in the box. Saddened that we are not having a case, but that's what it is. Anyways, so let's take this out, and we have this in this black color, and let's take this out. And as you can see, the quad camera setup, the sticker, let me just try to remove it. And again, first impressions, I would say, again, as it's having that 6000 mAh battery, it does not feel very heavy like a brick, even though it has a 6000 mAh battery. Anyways, I'll just keep this to the side. And here we have the USB Type-C cable and the power brick. That's it that we get in the box, and this is a 15-watt fast charger that you're getting. And guys, this product will be sold in India via Amazon, and it will come in two variants, 6GB RAM with 64GB of storage and 6GB of RAM with 128GB of storage. And I believe the 664 is for 14,999, and the 128GB storage variant, 1,000 rupees extra at 1599. I'll leave the links in the description. So here is the SIM tool, and let's look at the SIM tray, guys. And yes, it comes out. So fortunately, we are having a dedicated micro SD card slot. That's important, I would say, for a country like India. So you can go with even the base variant 64GB storage. And let's continue. Here, as I told you, we have the secondary noise cancellation microphone, and here we have the volume rocker, power on off button, and bottom we have the vent for the main speaker, microphone, Type-C port, 3.5mm headphone jack, and here was the SIM tray. And as I've told you, the back is that polycarbonate plastic bag that you're getting, fingerprint scanner, and that quad camera setup. Actually, the main camera is a 64 megapixel sensor, and I did play with the tester unit earlier, engineering unit, and the results are very good. So let's also look at the camera on this one. I'll actually throw in a lot of samples in the later part of the video. And let me try to power it on. And guys, by the time it actually boots up and I set it up, here is a configuration overview. The Samsung Galaxy M31 is having a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus screen. It is powered by the Exynos 9611 octa-core processor. Comes with 6GB of RAM, 64 or 128GB of storage. Then moving to the camera, it's a quad rear camera setup. The main camera is a 64 megapixel. Then we have an 8 megapixel that's ultra wide, 123 degrees. We also have a 5 megapixel for depth and 5 megapixel for macro. And it comes with that massive 6000 mAh battery with 15-watt fast charger. So guys, I've set up the device, so let's have a closer look at the same. And again, as it's a Samsung device, screen is an important part, and this is an AMOLED screen that they're using. It's a 6.4-inch screen, and as you can see, it's a very good quality screen that they have given. And you have that U notch on this one. And again, it's just downloading some stuff. Just set it up. So you have some quick toggles over here, and I believe we have Dolby Atmos if you use the 3.5mm headphone jack. So that's actually a nice thing. So we have this, and we also have the always on display. Let's just set it up. By default, it won't be set up properly. It will start to switch on, but you can just put it to show always. And now if I switch this off like this, always on display is there. So this is actually pretty convenient, I would say. And this has the fingerprint scanner here at the back, so let's also look at it. And as you can see, it unlocks very quickly with the fingerprint scanner. So the fingerprint scanner speed is very good, as you can see, so no issues regarding that. And if we go under the hood with this one, looks like the new UI that you're getting, the Samsung new One UI 2. Let's see. Let's go to about the device, and here if you go to software information, yes, it's the One UI version 2, as you can see. And nice to see that we are getting Android 10. That's the latest out of the box. And let's look at the storage. If we go here over device care, and this is the higher end variant, guys, 128. Let's go to the storage. And as you can see, out of that 128 gigabytes, roughly about 107.9 gigabytes of space will be available to you. Again guys, it comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM, and storage variant will be 264 or 128. So let's go back. And this is typical One UI layout, a lot cleaner, I would say. So that's actually a nice thing. And you can also, apart from the fingerprint scanner, that was actually pretty fast. You can also have face unlock on this one if you want. And again, I have to stress that though it's having that massive 6000 mAh battery, the phone simply does not feel bulky or very heavy. I was worried quite a bit about that. So that's a nice thing. And if my memory serves right, the M30s also had that 6000 mAh battery, and that also, battery life was very good. So this one also should easily give most of the users 1.5 to almost 2.5 days of usage based on your daily use. So battery life should not be an issue on this device. As you can see, there is some bloatware, but not a lot of bloatware on this, so that's actually nice. And now I think so another big point about this M31 is that quad camera setup, and now Samsung is putting their 64 megapixel sensor. That's the main camera. So let's have a look at the camera on this one. And as you can see, this is the typical Samsung layout. This is the regular mode, and this is the wide angle. Wide angle is actually pretty wide, as you can see, 123 degrees. And this I believe is about 80. And we also have the scene optimizer over here. We have live focus, that's for bokeh and all those things. Real time works better with human subjects, I would say. Here you can adjust what you want, and you can take this blur, you can obviously adjust how much you want. So those are the nice features. And as you can see, it's taking the snaps quickly without any issues. And if we look at the video, obviously we'll have up to 1080p, I'm assuming. Let's see. Video, yes, no, even 4K is there, so that's actually nice. UHD option is there, so that's nice. And now let's look at the front facing camera on this one. And oh, I'm in the video mode. Live focus is also there, so you can blur. Let's go to the regular photo, and you can, by default guys, on all Samsung phones, this beauty mode is on for all the modes. So again, disable it, otherwise yeah, some people like it. I personally don't like it. So here you have it. And the other mode, and even the live focus, again it will be on by default. That skin smoothing, although some people complain why it looks artificial, it's because of that. So again, disable it, and live focus. So let me do one thing. Let me actually take some sample shots with this one, and see, let's go to the more mode. And we do have the pro mode on this one, and of course, yeah, I completely forgot, we also have the macro mode. So you can go really close to the objects like this. So let me take actually sample shots so that you have a better idea regarding the camera. So these were taken with the rear facing camera, and as you can see, in outdoor conditions the pictures came out really good with a lot of sharpness in the pictures, and they look very natural, as you can see with these sample shots. Again, this was a regular normal shot, and here we used the wide angle lens. And talking about the color reproduction also, as you can see, the color reproduction was also very good with the samples. Again, this is a normal shot, and here I zoomed in 250%. There also see how much detail we have. We also have the 5 megapixel macro lens, and as you can see, we can go very close to the subject. This was the regular shot, and this was taken with the macro close-up lens. Now these were taken in completely artificial lighting conditions, and here also I feel that the 64 megapixel camera is doing a pretty good job. Now moving to human subjects in my office, again this is a completely artificial lighting samples, and this was with that wide angle lens. Again, this was used with the regular lens, and these were with the 32 megapixel front facing camera. And here I enabled the depth mode, where you can adjust the background blur. So guys, that's it for now for the unboxing and first look at the Samsung Galaxy M31. So what do you guys think about this one? I would say the biggest strength of these devices is that if you really want a good quality Super AMOLED screen, it has that, and that massive 6000 mAh battery. So if you're sort of a very heavy user also, you don't have to worry about battery life. And now I feel the camera setup is also actually very powerful on this M series, thanks to that quad camera setup what we are having, and thanks to that new 64 megapixel sensor. But anyways, what do you guys think about the Samsung Galaxy M31? Do let me know in the comment section below. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.